She was small in stature, but her presence could fill a room. With a sharp wit, a fearless tongue, and a smile that could light up the screen, Danielle Spencer became unforgettable as Dee Thomas on What's Happening. Week after week, she turned a sitcom into a stage, delivering one-liners that became legend. None more famous than her playful warning, "Oh, I'm gonna tell mama." But behind the laughter was a woman whose journey carried as much drama, triumph, and resilience as any script ever could. This is her story, a celebration of a life that touched millions. To honor her story, I've created something special, a songography. A songography is a mini biography told in song form, blending music and storytelling to capture the heart of a life. In this tribute, every note, every lyric, and every memory will celebrate Danielle Spencer. The laughter she gave, the battles she faced, and the legacy she leaves behind.
Nobody's home. What do you want?
I want to know why you opened the door to just anyone.
Is this going to be a lecture from a midget?
Hi, Dee.
Hi, Dee. Hi, Dee. How'd you look nice today?
Doesn't she? Look so pretty.
Yeah, I love your dress.
Your hair looks pretty, too, today.
If it's money you want, you can forget it.
We don't want any money. We're just happy to see you. Guess what this is?
Reruns lunch.
The two lives of Danielle Spencer from What's Happening. You think you know this face, but you have no idea about her real story. To millions, she was Dee Thomas from What's Happening, the hilarious little sister who roasted everyone. She was one of the biggest child stars of the 70s. But behind the TV fame was a story of unbelievable tragedy and pain. This isn't just about a famous kid. This is one of the most insane comeback stories you will ever hear. It's a story about a girl who went from fame to facing death multiple times, only to become a real-life hero saving animals. Back in 1976, this huge sitcom, What's Happening, blew up. It was about 3 teens in LA, but the real star who stole every single scene was Roger's little sister, Dee. Played by Danielle Spencer, Dee was an absolute legend. She was brilliant, hilarious, and knew everybody's secrets.
Now, here's my friend's problem. Things have been hard for her lately. She's getting very depressed. You should write this part down.
Oh, okay. Go on.
You see, she's got it bad at home.
In what respect?
I'm coming to that. I'll get to it all. Just be patient with the person.
Oh. Oh, sure. Of course. I'm sorry.
Her line, "Ooh, I'm gonna tell mama," was a massive catchphrase. Danielle started acting when she was just a kid, around 8 years old. The show was a giant hit, and she became a household name almost overnight. She was living a life most kids could only dream of. But right when her career exploded, her entire world was shattered. In 1977, in the middle of the show's second season, Danielle and her stepfather were in a horrific car accident. The crash killed her stepdad, Tim Pelt, and put Danielle in a coma for 3 weeks with devastating injuries. When she woke up, she had zero memory of the crash and faced 6 months of brutal physical therapy. And here's the craziest part. Despite that insane tragedy, she went right back to the show, being just as funny as ever. But that accident would haunt her
Dee
forever.
on the 70s sitcom What's Happening is how most remember Danielle Spencer David. Off camera, life has had its challenges. The man who introduced her to acting, her stepfather Tim Pelt, was killed in a car accident in 1977. Danielle was in the car. The accident nearly took her life, but Tim shielded her body. Years later, injuries from that accident will lead to paralysis in her legs. Then in 2014, just moving to Richmond 2 years prior, another diagnosis would shake her world.
I came into the room, there were about 5 doctors in there, so that scared the living daylights out of me. And they told me that I had breast cancer.
From doing her own breast self-exam, Danielle felt lumps in her right breast. She had a biopsy and the cancer was confirmed. At VCU Massey Cancer Center, she had the surgery, a preventative double mastectomy. Danielle's decision to also remove her left breast, the healthy one, came months after actress Angelina Jolie stunned the world by removing both of her healthy breasts.
I didn't do it as a result of her, it's just I thought, why do it on one and not the other when it's more than likely going to spread?
Danielle says her disability from the car accident made the process of having surgery and chemo slower. And now it's all starting to sink in that she's cancer-free.
It still is even unbelievable to this day. I can hardly believe that I went through it. The veterinarian has to be certified.
Danielle is a veterinarian in Richmond who often appears on Virginia This Morning. Just recently, she was inducted into the new National Museum of African American History and Culture as the youngest female child in a sitcom.
To be a part of the permanent collection is unbelievable. I mean, you can't even picture it or fathom what it even means.
Decades later, in 2004, she was diagnosed with spinal stenosis because of the crash, and a surgery left her paralyzed from the waist down for 8 months. She had to learn how to walk all over again, but it didn't stop. In 2014, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. Then in 2018, she needed emergency brain surgery for a bleeding hematoma, another injury from that same crash 42 years earlier. It's almost impossible to believe one person could survive all of this. While the world knew her as Dee, Danielle was building a completely different life. She came back for the sequel show, What's Happening Now? But she was done with Hollywood. Her late stepfather had inspired her to love animals, so she made a wild decision. She was going to become a veterinarian, and this wasn't easy. It took years of insane, difficult studying. She went to the legendary Tuskegee University School of Veterinary Medicine, and in 1993, she officially became Dr. Danielle Spencer.
Hi, I'm Dr. Danielle Spencer Phillips. You fat and passionate animal. When I was 9 years old, I was chosen out of 300 girls to star in a television show called What's Happening. I started to think of becoming a veterinarian probably when I was in high school. It just so happened that I wasn't going on as many auditions, so it made plenty of time for me to study. When I was 11 years old, I was involved in a car accident. And about 30 years later, I developed some numbness and tingling in my legs. And then I had to took off from walking. I was paralyzed from waist down. And that persisted for about 8 months. So certainly after having gone through all of the surgery and diagnostic procedures, it helped me to be able to relate to animal pain even more so. It made me want to try to arrive at maybe the source of the animal's pain as opposed to just treating the symptoms. If you have maybe an aging pet, some preventative measures could be having stairs so that they can climb up or climb down easier, or also adding supplements to the diet like glucosamine. Certainly, if your pet is acting out of the normal, it's a sign that you should probably go see a vet so that they can determine what the cause is and then treat it appropriately.
She literally traded fame and scripts for a lab coat in textbooks. For over 20 years, she dedicated her life to saving animals, first in California and later in Virginia. She even hosted local news segments on how to care for pets.
All
the pain she went
like
through
taking care of
gave
a
her a new
child.
mission.
You always have to be on the lookout for signs that they may not be as healthy or feeling as well as they should. Dr. Danielle Spencer David is back with us today to address an issue that cat owners need to be aware of. Good morning, doctor. Good to see you again.
Good morning. You too.
This is a new year, and
Yes.
when we're all out getting our health checkups for the new year, it's also probably a good idea to do it for our pets as well.
Absolutely. You want to do that yearly check, if for nothing else to get vaccinations, but also just to make sure teeth are healthy, the skin coat looks good, the eyes. Definitely want to do it at least once a year.
Mm-hmm. And today you want to talk about feline lower urinary tract disease. What is that?
Yes, it's actually probably the most common disease that cats face. Because they have such a stressful life. However,
to be a cat.
Yeah, and also sometimes diet can play a role in these sorts of things. A lot of people feed them all different types of diets, and that's one of the reasons why they are predisposed to getting lower urinary tract disease. But it could have several factors. As I said, diet. It could be just the anatomic configuration of a male cat versus a female. They can have scar tissue, little tissue plugs. So there are quite a few things that can contribute to that.
So who's more predisposed to it? Male cats, female cats, kittens, older cats?
Male cats, and actually we do see it more with the younger cats in terms of an infection. But the male cats in particular, they have a very narrow urethra and it's very long, so they are more predisposed than female cats.
She said her own battle with paralysis completely changed how she treated animals, pushing her to find the real cause of their problems. Her incredible journey was so powerful that she was honored with a permanent exhibit in the Smithsonian's National Museum of African American History and Culture. There are two Danielle Spencers. The first was the famous TV star in the spotlight. The second was a real-life warrior defined by her unbelievable refusal to give up. On August 11th, 2025, Danielle Spencer passed away at the age of 60 after a long battle with cancer. Her co-star and friend, Haywood Nelson, called her a brilliant, loving, positive, pragmatic warrior and a cancer heroine. She faced more impossible challenges in one lifetime than anyone should ever have to, yet she never quit. She went from being the sassy little sister who made us all laugh to the woman who showed the world what it means to be a true survivor. Rest in power, Danielle Spencer. The world knows you as Dee. Thank you for your contribution to our childhood and to the health of many animals. What was your favorite Dee moment from the show? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to see more insane stories about TV legends, subscribe right now. Thanks for watching.
I can't afford to keep giving you money.
It's gonna break poor mama's heart when I tell her.
Someone called for a cosmetic order. Is there a lady here?
Well, what do I look like, Rosie Greer?
Former child star Danielle Spencer has died at the age of 60 after a battle with breast cancer. The actress played the character Raj's smart and sassy little sister, Dee Thomas, on the sitcom What's Happening for 3 seasons beginning in 1976. She left Hollywood and became a veterinarian. Spencer's friend and former What's Happening co-star Haywood Nelson shared the news in an Instagram post today, writing, "We've lost a daughter, sister, family member, What's Happening cast member, veterinarian, animal rights proponent and healer, and cancer heroine. Our Shiro."
From the bright lights of Hollywood to the quiet strength she carried in her everyday life, Danielle Spencer gave us more than just a character on a TV screen. She gave us a piece of herself. Her wit, her resilience, and her unforgettable presence have left an imprint that time cannot fade. Now, through music, we honor her journey. Not just the star we knew, but the woman she truly was. This is her story, told in song. This is the songography of Danielle Spencer.
I think she did too much snitching, too much. She was just doing too much snitching. I was wondering if she's working for the police, FBI, wiretaps maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like really, some things is better left unsaid. You know, let your brother live. Come on now, that's your brother.
She was an irritating person on the show, and I hope she's not really like that in real life. But she was a very good actress.
Dee, Mama told you to listen to me.
I did listen to you. And you know what? You are bored.
Yeah. You think you know this face, but you don't know the story, don't know the grace. This ain't just about a TV screen. This is for Danielle, a warrior, a queen. Back in '76, a sitcom took the stage. What's Happening turned a brand new page, and the little girl, she stole the show as Dee Thomas with a knowing glow. I'm gonna tell Mama the line she made a hit, roasting everybody with her razor wit. Danielle Spencer cancer, a child star bright and bold, a household name before she was 10 years old. Living out a dream in the Hollywood sun, but her first act, it had only just begun. 2 lives, 2 souls, and 1 heartbeat. One in the spotlight, bittersweet. The other walking through the fire and the pain, learning to live and to love again. This is a story of a comeback. You gotta hear to believe, more than the famous face of Dee. It was 1977, the second season's height, when a car crash shattered all the light. Her stepfather's life was lost that day, and Danielle in a coma slipped away. 3 weeks of silence, then a world of hurt. 6 months of fighting just to leave the dirt. And the craziest part, she went right back to the set, smiling and laughing though her path was set. With a pain that haunted her for years to come, spinal stenosis, her body overcome. Paralyzed for months in 2004, learning to walk anew, just to face down cancer and see that battle through. A brain hematoma in 2018, a ghost from that same crash. One single soul, built to last. 2 lives, 2 souls, and 1 heartbeat. One in the spotlight, bittersweet. The other walking through the fire and the pain, learning to live and to love again. This is the story of a comeback. You gotta hear to believe, more than the famous face of Dee. She left the scripts and the sequels call, 'cause her stepfather's love for animals stood tall. She traded fame for a different kind of fight, a lab coat, textbooks, and a future bright. At Tuskegee University, she found her grace and became Dr. Danielle. She found her place for over 20 years with healing hands. She saved the creatures of this land. Her own fight taught her empathy and soul, to make a broken body whole. The Smithsonian even honored her name, a testament to her undying flame. 2 lives, 2 souls, 2 and 1 heartbeat. One in the spotlight, bittersweet. The other walking through the fire and the pain, learning to live and to love again. This is the story of a comeback. You gotta hear to believe, more than the famous face of Dee. I'm gonna tell Mama, we still hear you say that sassy little melody never fades away. Danielle, your spirit's in every rerun, in the heart of the city where the laughter runs. There was the Dee who made the whole world and the woman who walked the warrior's path. On August 11th, 2020 sighed, her final battle was done. At 60 years old, her race was run. Her friend Haywood Nelson called her a cancer heroine, a pragmatic warrior till the end. She showed the world what it means to survive, to take the pain and feel alive.
Ooh, I'm gonna tell Mama. Oh, I guess I'll be telling myself because I am your mama, your real mother. Congratulations, Honey Bunny, for receiving the Spotlight Award. But you've always been in the spotlight since the day you've been born. I love you so very much. You are an icon. Before you did that role in What's Happening, the networks weren't trying to give little brown girls a chance on TV, but once you nailed that role of Dee, every network and sitcom wanted a Dee character. From Good Times to Facts of Life, even The Cosby Show, because of you. I'm so very proud of you. And then you went on further to become a doctor of veterinary medicine. You are awesome. We love you, Danielle. I'm so very proud of you. But you know what? The best is yet to come. You were destined for greatness. You know that you can do anything through God who strengthens you. So once again, congratulations. I love you. I'm proud of you. I'll see you soon.